Alright guys, finally the third game between Todd and Grubby. What an exciting series. They're both one game up, so it's a 1-all tied situation, and the winner of this match takes the entire series. And straight away, I want to point out something interesting that we just saw there from Todd. He was speed building his altar with two peasants. And taking a look at Grubby's base, he's just opening with a standard build. Got the altar there and the burrow going down straight afterwards. But this altar has been finished very quickly by Todd, so that says to me that he's going to be going for either a very fast expansion or getting his hero, his Archmage, to level 2. And there's the Archmage there. So yeah, you wouldn't really want to speed build your altar if you were going for any other hero. You need that fast Archmage to rush up with Militia. And here he goes, Todd being very good with the whole SimCity thing and speed building his barracks as well. So Todd already investing a lot of early resources into getting some units out very quickly. This is not for a rush. This is to speed creep some very close area. By the way, this map is another new one. I believe it's called Tidewater Glades, and I don't think the nearest expansion is really that close. Grubby can still sort of get there in time to cause a lot of damage if Todd goes to the expansion. Maybe he'll creep sort of one of the medium camps a little bit further towards his base. Todd being up at the 12 o'clock, by the way, if you guys haven't noticed, and Grubby down at the 6 o'clock position. And here he goes out now with Militia streaming in from behind. So let's see where he's headed. He's headed over to this point here, just in front of the Goblin Merchant, and he's going to be taking this out. And this should actually get his Archmage to level 2. And that's quite important. Before any harassment occurs, Todd is going to be an entire level up. So that's really going to assist him, having Brilliance Aura there, and a little bit extra hit points on his Archmage. It's a little bit quite cool. And here's, there's, I almost said Blubby, but I meant Grubby. Grubby's Blade Master there has only just been completed. He's sending a peon over here and he's only just seeing what Todd's up to, but it's too late. Todd's already got away with this, and there he goes. I don't think there's anything Grubby could do, but Todd's already at level 2 with his Archmage, and he's starting to get some hits on that peon. The Blade Master shows up to start whacking at that Archmage, but it's not really going to do too much damage there. The Archmage just retreats. We've got 2 footmen chasing down this peon. Wonder if they'll catch up in time, but it takes units a long time in this game to kill each other. It's very different from a game like StarCraft, for example, where it's brutal. Like, you can't really keep your units in combat for too long before they're dead. Especially if you play Zerg or Terran. It's pretty easy if you're Protoss. Protoss players, have it easy. Just kidding, guys, but yeah, Protoss with the shields and high hit points. But in Warcraft, you know, Footman 450 hit points and, you know, does sort of 11, 15 damage or something. And StarCraft, you know, Terran 40 hit points on the Marine, the basic infantry unit, and it does like 6 points of damage. So proportionally, Warcraft, man, units take ages to die. And this is what we're seeing right here. Archmage being chased around, he's keeping it alive from the Blade Master. Of course, I mean, having high hit point units, on the other hand, allows you to actually control your units. I spend a lot of time controlling units and getting the most out of them, and that's one reason why this game is very different and very sort of niche RTS kind of stuff. And hey, I like this. Todd's put down, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but Todd has put down a ward there that he picked up from the creeps, a ward of, I'm not sure what you call that thing, but it's the Witch Doctor ward, the one that sort of gives you a radius of vision and can see invisible units more importantly. And Todd's chosen to place one of his wards, he's got 2 of them, he's chosen to place one of them at the center of the map next to the tavern, and he'll see orcs moving past that, and obviously he'll see if Grubby goes for a neutral hero. Grubby won't go for a neutral hero, I'm pretty sure of that. He'll either go for a Tauren Chieftain or a Shadow Hunter. The 2 orc secondary hero choices that are often made. And it looks like these wolves are getting in the way of this little battle here. Todd's really suffering because of this a little bit. And he's kind of having to fight the orcs as well as the wolves. And this Blade Master with the Invulnerability Potion is managing to touch everything out. I'm not really sure why he used that Invulnerability Potion, because he didn't really seem to need it. I guess it's because he was only on half hit points and really wanted to stay in the combat rather than taking a lot of hits. And that allowed him to really sort of punish Todd for being in that situation. I guess that's really the only explanation. But that Archmage is looking nice. We haven't even got an Arcane Vault finished yet, and he's already packed out with some great items. He's already got a big potion of healing, one of the larger ones that gives you 500 or whatever. And the Blade Master, he's just got the basic items. He's only got a Circlet of Nobility buffing his stats. You really need other stat buffing items if you're a Blade Master. You need the claws, especially for the critical hits. And there's another footman going down. So just typical sort of good solid Grubby Orc play here. And there's that ward that he just ran by. So not sure if you guys can see that, but Todd can. Todd can see. Over here we've got some Furbolgs being attacked by the humans. And that Furbolg Shaman is trying to heal himself, but he's going down. Picked up another item there. Looks like, I think that was the Lightning Ward item. Very handy item. Not so handy against orcs, but tends to be quite a good one to pick up, especially if you're playing against humans or maybe undead night elves. Orcs not so much because their unit hit points tend to be a bit higher. And you can't really raid them with the whole lightning shield thing as much. Still though, I mean, it's a good item. Todd, in this situation, may sell it, but that remains to be seen. And, yeah, so Blade Master just chilling out. And at the back of Todd's base, we've got a double Arcane Sanctuary going down. And he's speed building those as well. So Todd is just going into a speed building frenzy in this game, really trying to put a lot of pressure on the Todd in terms of the hero level race. He's rushing up and he's getting a Mountain King, secondary hero. He hasn't expanded, by the way, as you've seen. He only used that sort of power creep at the beginning to get to level 2. The Archmage has been leveling up very well, and he's going to have casters up very quickly. So Todd's obviously planned this. He's really wanting to put pressure on. He may do the kind of tower rush that he did in the first game that you guys saw, attacking at tier 2 after he's got sorceresses, and then using ivory towers just attack the orc by straight away with militia streaming and the towers going up very, very quickly. Todd has added a Shadow Hunter here, and as you can see, he still hasn't packed up this sort of passive items. He's mainly using consumables on his Blade Master. That Archmage still looks like it's level 2. We've got Militia heading over here to help him out. He's going straight for the Mercenary Camp, so you guys might not be familiar with this map. I'm not too familiar with it, but it's kind of cool. This particular tile set has some great mercenaries from this particular camp, so we'll see what Todd gets. Excuse me. And it looks like he's got a Thunder Lizard. So there it is, in all its glory. And this is actually a very good mercenary unit. I definitely recommend it. It's got an ability that you can use, and it has mana. So obviously the Archmage will help it out. Todd's already got a couple of sorcerers thanks to his quick Arcane Sanctuaries. So that's cool. And I think Todd's looking in good shape. He's got that Thunder Lizard now, and he's probably going to be getting more of them later in the game. Taking a look at Grubby, he's only now getting casters, only now getting ensnares, so now might be a decent time for Todd to actually be fighting Grubby. We'll see whether that in fact happens. And hey, it may indeed. Here comes Todd's actually attacking right now. Grubby sees this. Bolt down on the grunt, so that's good. Sniping one of them off already. And so as you saw, Grubby didn't want to be in that situation. He ran off immediately. But he's hanging around because he knows the humans will be probably going for the creeps as well. And you saw a Dust of Appearance just gone down there, and the Blade Master had to retreat. The humans getting rid of the creeps here, but the orcs coming back in, knowing that the humans now have 2 targets. That Blade Master is in trouble. Bam! It's having to use a invulnerability potion now, so the Mountain King has forced that. And meanwhile, Hex on the Mountain King. Mountain King has just gone down. Nice combination there by Grubby. Very good play. Shadow Hunter and Blade Master combination, deadly as with a Hex. Just taking out heroes left and right. Well, taking out one hero. But and there's another healing ward by Grubby, but he's not going to be able to make use of that. Todd is forcing him to retreat with a superior unit combination here. And that Thunder Lizard, great unit. Always recommend getting mercenaries if you're human on maps like this one, and with this kind of game plan. Mercenaries, really cool. But back to it. We've got the humans just polishing off the last of those creeps. Mountain King looks like it's nearly halfway done, more like sort of 2/5 or something. No big deal. And War Mill being produced at the back of Grubby's base in case he wants maybe some upgrades or just to get a bit more lumber. There's a dead peon, just seeing what Todd's up to. But here we have some, what do you call these? Breakers, spell breakers. Always sort of forgetting the terminology of Warcraft, don't play enough. And we've got some priests healing things up as well. So yeah, things are looking good for Todd. Neither player has expansions. Todd's well into tier 2. His hero levels are looking reasonably healthy. I believe he's level 3 with his Archmage now. Grubby's level 2 with the Shadowhunter, and he's probably level 3 with his Blade Master. Yes, he is. So it's kind of like halfway to level 4. And ouch, that priest standing out in the middle of nowhere. Todd's going to regret that. Blade Master just slicing and dicing him. In the background, you can see the Mountain King. And if you check the Mountain King's inventory, he's got 3 Ivory Towers, so that's cool. And he's also got a Sober Mask and a Mana Potion. So that's really good. Really good for the mana. And immediately hexing the Mountain King and then running away with his army. Knowing that he can't fight the human in this sort of situation. The human's army is quite strong right now. And Todd actually has some healing wards of his own, which he picked up earlier. And I like that farm next to the mercenary camp. That will allow Todd to really keep piling on the Thunder Lizards as